Hi, I'm Irving. Welcome to Captain Marvel.
And now back to Shazam!
As our story opens, Billy and Mentor are driving down the highway, rocking out to some good music.
Beethoven. Isn't this the Ninth Symphony? None other. Did you know that when Beethoven wrote this piece, he was stone deaf? Far out. He was a fantastic man.
Specifically, the second movement of Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, which he did indeed both write and conduct for its first performance, even though he couldn't hear a note of it. As the story goes, the first time he conducted it, he wasn't with the orchestra at all. They weren't watching him, they were watching the first violinist. That chair was also called the concertmaster, and the players had been warned to watch him instead of the conductor for their cues. Beethoven had no idea, so at places where the music got really loud, he was crouching way down to tell them to be quiet. He was all over the place when they were reducing volume, the whole bit. Reports differ, but either at the end of this movement or at the end of the piece as a whole, the audience exploded into applause. Beethoven couldn't hear it and had his back to them, so he didn't know what was going on. One of the singers from the choir got his attention and persuaded them to turn around so he could accept the praise and applause. Truly an amazing man. He also wrote tons of beautiful piano music that's too complex for me to play. That's my biggest issue with him. I want to play his stuff, not just listen to it.
How about a change of pace? Do I have a choice?
That's kind of nice too. If I still had a wah pedal, I'd give that guitar work a try. Mentor, being an old guy in the developing days of hard rock, finds it painful. Thankfully, the budding conflict over music is cut short by a call from the elders.
Oh, the elders are calling.
Wait, show me Billy's words again.
Oh, the elders are calling.
That's not what his mouth was saying. Show me in slow motion.
Oh, the elders are calling.
For the life of me, it looks like his mouth is saying, oh, they're calling. I hope I'm seeing that wrong, because if I'm not, somebody decided to leave an outtake in and overdub it, and it's badly done. It went by quickly enough that I doubt many kids would have caught it on TV, but it does make me wonder. For now, I'm going to assume that I'm reading it wrong and he really did say what the audio came out. Hey, denying the reality that's right in front of your face seems to be an American trend, so I'm just getting with the program. Billy, we're here to settle your music dispute. Here is what you should both be listening to.
Tonight the bottle let me down.
Billy and Mentor looked at each other, nodded, and ran away screaming. The elders tell him that he's going to meet a girl who's making bad choices because her reason is clouded by love for her brother.
What can I do to help them, Achilles?
The way is yours to choose, Billy.
Summary: this girl is in trouble and needs your help, but you get to figure out how to help her. You'll get nothing from us. Now go outside and play.
What did Solomon mean? The way is yours to choose.
Well, I'm not sure. But knowing the elders, we'll probably find out very soon.
Wow, no wonder his name is Mentor. He's really smart. They said that Billy will meet this person soon, and from that, Mentor figured out that this is going to happen soon. When I grow up, I want to be that smart. And it's not happening soon, it's happening now.
What's the trouble, miss?
Oh, my car went off the road. Could you help me, please?
Well, how can we deny a lady in distress?
Hi, my name is Billy Batson. This is my friend Mentor.
Hi.
How do you do, Miss Holly?
How did you know my name?
Oh, I have great mystical powers. And besides, it's embroidered on your handbag.
Let's see what the situation is with her car. She says she didn't see the turn because she was thinking about something else, then goes and sits down and leaves them to the task. It's just a Volkswagen. It's light enough that they should be able to push it out of there easily. Eventually, they do get her to come over and operate the gas at least. When my brother was a teenager, he and 3 of his friends picked up a guy's Volkswagen and carried it up onto the sidewalk. You guys can move that little thing.
How do you like that? She didn't even say thank you.
I told you you could move it. She wants to keep moving in case it decides to get stuck again, but she forgot something. I can tell by the odor that it's 100% pure, uncut Colombian drugs. Billy is going to head off to find Holly and have a talk with her. I'm not sure when he got that or why Mentor can't just drive him in the RV, but there we are. While Holly and Billy are on their way, we meet her brother Gary and his friend Mark.
Mark, this is all wrong. We're just getting in deeper and deeper with Brock. And now my sister's onto us. I want out.
Hey, you listen. Man, your sister's got something that belongs to us. And we gotta get it back, because if we don't, that's him.
Brock is the mysterious big boss who'll do bad things to the boys if they don't deliver that packet of drugs Holly has. She needs to get it to them quick, which is probably why she took off on Billy and Mentor like that. Unless there's a horse that needs petting. That's important enough to interrupt her mission.
You know, from what you've said, sounds like your brother and his friend Mark are getting into deep trouble. Drugs are nothing to play around with.
I know. That's why I hid it from them.
Oh, Billy caught up with her and they stopped to talk.
What are you going to do now?
Unfortunately, there's only one way to face responsibility, but many ways to avoid it.
No, Holly, the question is, what are you going to do now?
He's not the one with the drugs and the brother who's dealing them. What does she expect Billy to do about this?
Billy's right, Holly. The biggest problem in the world could be solved when it was small.
How did he get here?
Oh, he has a way of popping up when you least expect him.
We're starting to get little hints that there's more to Mentor than meets the eye. He can climb a tree, for example. They have Holly call her brother and tell him that they want to meet him.
I don't like it, Gary. Who's this clown Holly's bringing here? Look, she says he's okay.
Listen, man, Brock won't like it if he finds out there's been any strangers snooping around.
Holly said he's okay.
That's Holly.
You're right, that record was kind of lame. Mark is furious that Billy knows everything and he knows what to do about it.
Hey, wait a minute.
I know you. Yeah. I've been trying to place this guy. And now I remember where I've seen him.
Mark, what are you talking about?
This dude was a heavy pusher in the detention camp I was sent to just a couple of years ago.
Billy does the world's worst job of denying it while Brock calls and demands his product right now.
Where is it, Holly?
Right here. Okay, smart guy. Let's have it.
Brock's waiting, man.
That means what to Billy?
Think about it, Gary. You run to a guy like Brock now. It won't be long before you're running from him.
He's right, Gary. Bail out now while you can.
Mark is too persuasive, or Gary is too wishy-washy. Either way, Billy hands the pouch over to Mark and the boys leave.
He's in the constellation. We still got the real stuff.
And I'm sure when Brock finds out the boys brought him fake drugs, he won't hold it against them and do something bad, right?
Mark was right. You just want to cut yourself in.
You're wrong, Holly. Look, do me a favor. Call the police. Turn us over to them. I'm going to follow Mark and Gary and find out who Brock really is.
Holly, of course, does exactly what Billy told her and takes the bag to the police. What month is it right now? Oh yeah, September Fools. Question number 1, how does Billy know where they went? They have a good head start. Question number 2, won't his bike's engine noise give him away? No, it won't, because he's taking Holly's car, without asking. Or not.
May I offer a solution?
Mentor! Oh.
I had my doubts about Holly's car.
Off he goes after them. I had a bike almost exactly like that one in my 20s, a Honda 175 Scrambler. It was made as much for off-road as on-road, so the exhaust pipe was swept up instead of staying down near the ground like that one, and it had tougher shocks and knobby tires. I loved that bike. I rode it everywhere. Especially when the family went to our property in the mountains of Idaho every summer, that bike was the way to get around. It was the perfect transportation for me until my girlfriend ran over it. Billy chases them for a long time but can't catch them, and ultimately he loses sight of them. Time to take drastic measures. After he caught up with Brock and the boys, the DEA tried to recruit Captain Marvel. He turned him down.
Captain Marvel!
All right, hold it right there, boys.
That's not how that's supposed to work. Mark isn't slowing down for anything now, even with Gary screaming in terror next to him.
Mark, we gotta stop! Captain Marvel's nobody to fool around with. Forget it, man. I know what I'm doing.
Here's a pro tip. If they say, I know what I'm doing, they don't. Bail out ASAP.
Those boys are headed straight for that stalled truck.
I bet he's going to pick it up so they can go under it. He pushed a little too hard and the truck went over the cliff. The driver sued. The car missed the truck but clipped Captain Marvel. He went flying through the air and ricocheted off the hillsides like a pinball. Mark did stop to watch that.
Mark, we could have been killed. You gotta stop. What? They get nabbed by Captain Marvel? No thanks.
Turn the key off, Gary.
Mark, where you going crazy? Stop it out, will ya?
Why don't they ever think to turn the key off? Good thing Captain Marvel is nearby, huh, Mark? Just then, the gravel under his feet gave way and they all tumbled down the hill. Captain Marvel's body absorbed most of the impact, so the boys came away with just a few bumps and bruises.
I see now I should have believed Billy all along.
Hey, man, look, I'm really sorry. I lied about that detention camp thing, but, well, I was scared.
So was I. A man like that can bring a lot of harm down on people. And to think we were going to help him.
Being able to see and admit your mistake is a step in the right direction, Gary.
Nobody seems to give a rat's hind leg about Mark. It's like they already consider him too far gone. How about a little compassion for him, too? Mentor and Holly arrive. How they knew where to go is a forbidden question in these here parts.
It's okay, Holly. We're going to tell the police everything we know about Brock's drug operation.
It won't be easy, boys, but I really believe you're doing the right thing. And the evidence Holly turned over to the police should put Brock away for a long time.
Uh-oh.
Holly?
There is no evidence. I thought I would be helping you, so I threw it down the drain.
She realizes it was a mistake, but it's too late now.
Well, Brock may still be free, but I think a lot of good has come out of this. Both of you have learned responsibility for yourselves.
And Mark, has he learned anything? What's he going to do? Does anybody care? You guys are really leaving him out in the cold. The boys go off to talk to the police. Captain Marvel is pleased. Mentor isn't. Brock is still out there and dangerous.
He's not the kind of a man who'll give those boys a break once he finds out they've been informing on him.
Don't miss the exciting conclusion of this story in the next episode of Shazam.
This show has balls. Not only are we going super dark with the story, we're tackling the matter of drugs and drug dealing head on. It wasn't chic to do that in 1974. But we're going into the world of the drug dealer, the drug mule, the dangers of getting involved with a major drug dealer, and we're not pulling any punches. We left off with the very real possibility that Brock can have these guys killed. And if he sets his mind to it, even Captain Marvel may not be able to stop him. Last week we were saving a horse. It's kind of a jarring change in tone, but it's effective. It gets your attention. As adults, we can laugh at Mentor smelling the bag and pronouncing it drugs, but that's all a kid needs. What kind of drugs? It doesn't matter. Drugs are bad. Setting established. Once again, I'm impressed by the writing. Most of the dialogue is believable, not the cheesy talk down to the kids stuff that you were used to getting. What few lines of that type we have tend to come from Captain Marvel. And as I said, his job is to stand there and look impressive and to deliver the moral. Sometimes that requires a cheesy line or two. We can deal with it. We still haven't seen Brock, but I'm sure part 2 will remedy that. We'll check it out next time on Captain Model... just go with it.